No, I certainly didn't have massive Bloxburg drama on my 2023 December bingo card, yet here we are. That's right, there's some pretty big Bloxburg drama, and we're going to talk about it. Now, if for some weird reason you're unfamiliar with Bloxburg, well, it's one of the most popular games on Roblox, and it has been for about 9 years now. Now, there's two important things to note about Bloxburg. Number one, it has a very large roleplay community, kind of similar to Brookhaven. If you've played that, there's a lot of role players in this game. About half the players are there to, roleplay. But on the other hand, it also has a very big building community with a lot of YouTubers like Alaska Violet here making videos pretty much exclusive on how to build various things in Bloxburg. Building a Christmas town in Bloxburg, 580,000 views. So like on one side, you got the roleplay community. On the other side, you got the building community. And this is where the crux of the problem begins. So this all starts with this Roblox YouTuber here named Poke. Now, if you don't know who Poke is, well, you should. He's one of the OG Roblox YouTubers. He was making Roblox videos before I was. And he's had this channel here for a few years called More Poke, where he makes pretty much exclusively Bloxburg video. And yesterday, he started a fire in the community because on his latest video here, he released a message. If you scroll all the way down to the pinned comment section, well, here it is right here. Actually, a pretty big essay. Now, I'm not going to read the whole message here, but I will summarize it for you guys. He says things like, "Hey, everybody, I want to be fully transparent with everyone watching. This is most likely going to be the last Bloxburg video as of this moment." His message can be summed up as he's kind of gotten a little bit bored of the game. Role-playing doesn't feel as good as it used to be, and the role-play community in Bloxburg has gotten a little bit stale. He says a lot of the recent updates in the game have been very builder-focused, and a lot of the role-play community feels a little bit neglected. Now, before we really dig into this, I do think it's important to point out that Bloxburg actually isn't developed by the same people it used to be. You see, Coeptus here, he is the, creator of Bloxburg. Now he is a developer of it, or at least one of the developers, because about a year ago, he actually sold the game. This is a news article from 11 months ago here. Roblox powerhouse, welcome to Bloxburg, reportedly was acquired by the Embracer Group. Now, if you don't know who the Embracer Group is, it's basically the company that owns games like Tomb Raider, like Borderlands, and they bought Welcome to Bloxburg for over $100 million, meaning that Coeptus here, he sold Bloxburg, he sold it to this company for over $100 million. And I don't blame him. $100 million, that's a lot of money. That's retirement money. I'm going to live on an island somewhere, and I'm just going to play video games for the rest of my life kind of money. That's great. I just mention this because whenever I start talking about the community being mad at the developers and some of the updates being kind of bad, at least according to the community, it's important to note that this isn't just some dude sitting in his mom's basement cranking out updates on his, Roblox game as a hobby every weekend. This is an actual business making hundreds of millions of dollars a year. I just want to point out that distinction. Now, if you go on Twitter right now, you'll actually find that Bloxburg is trending, and a lot of people have been talking about, the recent drama. And you've got a lot of people saying, "Hey, I love the recent updates. They're doing great." And then you've got people that are, not so happy. They think the game is going in the wrong direction. Kind of like a bunch of arguing back and forth. Bloxburg is great. Bloxburg is not great. Yeah, you get it. It's Twitter. You guys know how Twitter works. Now, this drama got so big that someone made a Bloxburg on strike Twitter account with the sole purpose of encouraging people to stop playing Bloxburg until these issues get addressed, which I find really funny. And the reason why I find stuff like this funny, and this is very important, okay, pay attention, kids. As much as I love to complain on Twitter, and as much as everyone loves to complain on Twitter, you have to realize that nobody cares what you say on Twitter. Okay, Twitter can be mad, and yet the world does not care. And the reason why is the amount of people that are on Twitter is like this, right? Like that right there. That's the amount of people on Twitter. And the amount of people not on Twitter is like this. It's like this, right? So even if all the Twitter people are angry, that's like 0.0001% of everyone. Even though I love complaining on Twitter and I do it a lot, kind of important to realize that nobody cares what you think on Twitter, okay? Nobody cares, man. Tweet away, but nobody cares. So accounts like this, they're going to literally do nothing. People are going to keep playing the game. I found it funny, so I want to talk about it. Now, something pretty surprising is the official Welcome to Bloxburg Twitter account here. They actually responded. They responded to the drama. Official Twitter for Welcome to Bloxburg. At least I'm pretty sure it is. It's got 85,000 followers. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the official account. And they made this response that basically just said, we try to please the entire community. We can't always please everyone, which, you know, is of course true. Bigger updates to the game are still planned, but we of course just couldn't add things like a school when the developers were just getting the hang of the game. Now, it sounds like that whenever Bloxburg was sold to this other company, a lot of new developers came onto the game and started working on it. Hence why they're saying, you know, the developers are just getting the hang of the game. Now, I don't know why they say that like it's an excuse, right? Like it was your choice to sell the game. Like, no one made you sell the game. You sold the game, on your own accord, right? Like, this is a consequence of you selling the game. This is a consequence of your own action. Now, I'm not faulting anyone for selling the game. I would have sold the game for $100 million. Shoot, I would have probably done it for $10 million, okay? Because let's just be honest. Who wouldn't? I'd do it. Shoot, I may have done it for $5 million. But regardless, saying that, like, oh, the developers are getting the hang of the game. I mean, that's your own fault. You sold the game. But anyway, they've kind of been responding to a bunch of tweets here over the past 24 hours, just talking like, hey, we're open to suggestions. You know, we're sorry you guys aren't liking the current game. You know, what are we doing wrong? They're actually listening to the community, which is great to see. Another Bloxburg YouTuber that's big, apparently she has like a Nutella cult or something like that. Anyway, she tweeted and she's like, hey, I think the game's actually doing pretty great right now. I'm pretty happy with it. And so you've got a bunch of people saying it's bad, bunch of people saying it's good. And so look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to tell you how to fix the game or if the game's good right now, or if it's not good. I don't really play Bloxburg. This isn't my battle to fight, right? I don't really play Bloxburg. But what I do want to do is take a look at the actual data. Let's see what's actually going on with the actual numbers of the game. So there's this website here called Rollimons, and you can kind of see the concurrent player counts. You can see the players over time. So this is all the players of Bloxburg since 2020, right? And I mean, if we're looking at the graph, yeah, it's went down, but it actually hasn't went down that much. In 2021, they had about 80,000 people playing every day. And now, almost 3 years later, they've got about 80 to 50,000, 60,000. Like, it hasn't dropped that much. It's actually doing pretty well. And of course, it's not going to do as well as it did in 2021 because in 2021, there was a pandemic. So that's to be expected. Now, where things get interesting is when you look at the amount of people searching for Bloxburg on YouTube, because this tells a different story. You can see that the amount of people who actually search for Bloxburg videos has actually dropped quite a bit. You can see when there's big updates, right? Big updates equals big spike. But it has actually pretty consistently went down and down and down and down and down and down and down. So when people say that some portion of the player base is losing interest in the game, well, I mean, there's the data right there. Now, it's clearly not everyone, as you can see here, but some people are losing interest in the game. So here's what I think Bloxburg should do. And I know I said I wouldn't tell them how to fix the game. I'm not going to do that. But what I will tell them, and honestly, I think a lot of Roblox games should do this, is make a council. Grab a lot of your top creators, your top TikTokers, streamers, YouTubers, right? Top people in the community, put them on a council, call it like a product council or something, and have them advise on the path the game takes. Have them advise on updates. What do you guys want to see? What does the community want to see? Because, and it's weird that a lot of developers on Roblox don't seem to realize this. Who knows the community the best? It's YouTubers, right? It's people like me that live stream Roblox every single day. Like, I spend 2 to 3 hours every single day talking directly with the Roblox community in live stream chats and in videos and on Discord. And it's the same thing with Bloxburg, right? Who knows Bloxburg the best? It's the YouTubers. Put them all on a council, right? Talk to them. What do they want to see? How can we fix the game? What's wrong with the game? How do we improve the game? And that way you have all the community, you know, telling the YouTubers what they want. And then the YouTubers can tell the Bloxburg team or any Roblox dev team what they want. I don't know why a lot of people don't do this. Some games actually already have started doing this. World of Warcraft, which if you're under the age of 18, you probably don't even know what that is, but, or 30 or 40 or 50, it's an old person's game. But they have a product council and they grab a bunch of YouTubers, put them on a product council, and the YouTubers say, hey, this is what we want in the game next. And they're like, great, let's put that in the game. Because, you know, like I said, who knows the community the best? The YouTubers, because at the end of the day, we're kind of like the talking heads for the community. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about this Bloxburg drama. If you play Bloxburg, what do you think about the game? Is it doing good? Is it doing bad? Do you like it? Do you not like it right now? Does it have big issues? Let me know down in the comment section.